Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 7 of this Burnley beta save in FM22. I am the Custard Prophet, and my God, have we got a episode for you. It has been the most insane transfer window ever. Let's get into it. Yeah, so first of all, apologies for missing our last episode on Friday. I didn't want to rush it, and I'm glad I didn't rush it because it was absolutely mental what happened. So let's dig into the transfers. We have had 8 players join the club. How have we managed that? Well, there's quite a few players who have left the club as well. Had some good results as well since last time. Not played many games actually, not gone very far forward, but you need to see who we've got in first of all. Okay, so I'm going to leave the stuff on the left so you can't actually see what's going on there. We'll have a look through the transfers who've gone out. We'll first of all go through the 3 that you saw. So Eric Peters, a left back to Hamburg for 550k. Costello, a youngster, had gone out to Peterborough for not very much money. Vidra for 575k, another player who was getting on a bit. So these guys are all over 30. Made sense to try and get rid of them. Matt Loughton, I think this is the other player you'd seen, and this is where you'd seen another over 30 centre back stroke right back, £4.3 million. I thought that was good money, and I thought that would give me a little bit of money to play with to get a few players in. But then on transfer deadline day, this happened. Nick Pope. So we had an offer in from Newcastle for £20 million for Nick Pope. I said no. And then he kicked up an almighty fuss. He said, I want to go to Newcastle. I want to go, wow, I'm going to get, potentially Champions League football, and they've got a better squad than you have. So I still said no. I tried everything to kind of convince him to stay to the end of the season and whatnot. And I thought, well, I'm never going to be able to get a player in time. But he left in the end. I decided to ask Newcastle for £50 million to see if they'd go that high. And I said yes straight away. No negotiations. They just said yes. I probably could have got a bit more from them. And yeah, that was that. And so I needed to figure out who to bring in as a goalkeeper. Jay Rodriguez, up for leaving for almost £1 million as well. Pretty happy with that. He was getting on a bit, and that's it. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players out. Who have we brought in? Okay, so first up is someone up top to give us a little bit of options up top. On loan from Manchester City, Liam Delap. I think he looks a very, very good player. 3-star current ability, potential 5-star ability. We've got him in on loan. He is, I think, definitely going to aid us up top and allow us to rest Wood a little bit more, because I didn't really feel the likes of Ashley Barnes or Fernandez or Rodriguez, who's left now, was able to do that. So he was coming in. He arrived or was scheduled to arrive before all the craziness has happened. Another player who arrived before all the craziness happened, Tyler Roberts. Now, I think for what we paid for him, 180k, potentially rising to 200k. Look at him. He's not that bad, is he? He can play pretty much anywhere in an attacking role, midfield, left and right, and up top as well. So he provides us with a lot of options, and I kind of like that, because we were a little bit lacking in players at the end of towards the end of December. We didn't have enough players. So someone who can just cover loads of places. He's only 23. I'm happy with that. I was pretty pleased with that. It's not a world either signing, but it's a pretty good one. Next up, so we needed someone on the right side, and I had a couple of players who could fulfill that, but we went for Grady Diangana and his raw speed. So he is a fast lad. He can cross, he can pass. Okay, he's not the best in the world, and there's certainly areas where he's not that good, but I think for the Burnley side, I think he's a good signing, 23 years old. Pretty damn pleased with that. We paid £17.5 million, yes, but we only paid £2.5 million up front, and then the rest of it is going to come out over the course of the next 3 years. So I think it's a pretty decent deal, that. So I'm happy with that. Bought him from West Brom. Very, very pleased with that. So the next transfers are what happened on deadline day. So we've got 3 players. So there's 5 players joined on transfer deadline day, which is insane. First up, the goalkeeper. How are we going to replace Nick Pope? Well, we replaced him with Sam Johnston for just £2.7 million. He's a downgrade. He's a downgrade on Nick Pope, but this guy has played at the top level. He was from originally Man United, and then played at West Brom for plenty of seasons. He's been in the Premier League. He's played at the highest level. There's a lot there to like in those stats. He's got good agility, really good handling, really good reflexes. There's a lot of good stuff there. Balance of 7. Is that going to be important for a goalkeeper? Not really sure. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think for what we paid, 2.7 million. Yeah, I'd take that. I'd absolutely take that. So goalkeeper now covered. Now centre back is a position we have issues at, and so I have dealt with that in 2 ways. First up, we have loaned Giacomo Magnani from Verona, I think it was. I think he's a very solid centre back option. Looking at that, what are the problems there? I'm struggling to see too many. I think mentally he's strong, physically he's good, he's tall, he's got good heading, marking and tackling. Not seeing much wrong with that at all. So pretty pleased with that signing. We'll see how he does with us. He's not the big signing we bought in at centre back. No, you'll have to wait for that one. Ryan Sessegnon on loan, £500,000 we're paying to loan him in. All the way, covers us all the way down the left side. Youth, power, pace, all of those things. He's already looked pretty good in the first game he's played. Gives us so many more options because he can cover both the left back and also left midfield, which we were a little bit light on. So I'm pretty pleased with that one as well. And Daniel Rugani, I'm absolutely ecstatic with this one. Quality centre-back who can pass. He's got really good vision. He's come through the Juve school of centre-backs. So he's going to be, he's been around the likes of Cellini and Bonucci. He's learnt from the absolute best. 27-year-old. We bought him in for about £4 million. I feel this is a bit of a steal. What do you think? What do you think, guys? 3.5 star by the coaches, and last signing right at the very end. I felt we had money to burn. I'd messed around with the wages, and I was looking for a central midfielder to just add to what we had. And obviously, I've got to keep it to the Burnley DNA. It has to be a British player, which the majority of these have been, which is pretty nice. And we've gone for Ross Barkley. £8 million. What's not to love here? What is not to love? So, my friends, tell me what you think of that transfer window. Tell me what you think. I think it's gone epically well. Okay, we've lost our star player, our goalkeeper, for £50 million, but we have managed to then deal with the biggest problem we had in the squad, which was the lack of depth. We have now a full squad. We've got all 25 spots. They're taken, plus some under 21 spots as well. So we aren't going to be worrying about not being able to rotate. Okay, folks, that's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed that transfer window. Probably one of the best transfer windows I've ever had in any of the games, and just the way they've done it is just superb. Wow, so I've whittled on for 10 minutes. Let's play the game. We're playing Leeds away. Leeds are sitting in 6th. Well, we haven't even gone through the results. Good God, no. Let's do this first. So, after the Watford game, we then had the replay against Coventry. This was straightforward. We won this comfortably. Goodmanson and Ashley Barnes getting the goals. Pretty happy with that. Then we just played one Premier League game. This was really good. playing against Leicester. 2 goals from Chris Wood, always like that. And a couple of the new players got on. Liam Delap managed to go on. We were 1-0 down, brought him on as a second striker, and that seemed to work quite nicely. He didn't, get into the game hugely, but I was pretty pleased with that. Against Peterborough, we had a lot of players on, a lot of the new players who couldn't play because they were cup-tied or what have you. And we played Dani Alves as a ball-winning midfielder, which is an interesting one. But we won 1-0, and Ashley Barnes with an early goal. And we have drawn Arsenal in the 5th round of the Cup. So let's go and play Leeds. Let's see how we do against a team who are really flying high. We are excited by this. Right then, folks. Team we are going to be going with is as follows. We have Chris Wood up top. On the left side, we have McNeil. On the right side, making his debut, Grady Diangana as an inside forward. We're going to be playing Barkley as a deep line playmaker, and we might actually play him as a Matsala. That might be more fun. He does like that position. We are going to then have Dani Alves as a ball-winning midfielder, Westwood on the right side of that 3. Then we're going to be playing the back line of Taylor, Rugani, Tarkowski, and Laird with Johnston in goal. It is all changed, please. Let's get into it. Right, here we go. We might change how we approach this, depending on how they start, but I'm interested to see how our new players deal with this. Obviously, it's going to be difficult. Their first kind of look at the new tactic. So, it's a bit sort of cagey at the start, but it looks like first highlight coming to Leeds here. And they played it around nicely. Junior and James is kind of run down the left side. Junior, Rodrigo, and oh, come on, defenders, what are you doing? I mean, that is lucky, isn't it? Daniel James hits the post and it comes back to him. Goalkeeper, I don't know, could he have done more here? It's hard to know. The defenders, it's a nice ball through. Maybe Laird could have done a little bit better at that and actually reacted. I think we'll go positive. Ball in. Rafinha. They're going to have a chance. You lot haven't seen a loss from us yet, and I've just made all these changes. Oh, that's Dani Alves makes a foul in the box. I think that was definitely a foul. 22 minutes on the clock, and it looks like we might be 2-0 down. Not ideal. Not ideal at all, Mr. Dani Alves. You should be better than that. Come on, goalkeeper. This is your first chance to show the crowd what you're all about. Oh, he's gone completely the wrong way. Sam Johnston. Ugh. Not the best start, mate. Not the best start. I'll fire them up. 23 minutes down. Not the best start. I think one thing that we might do is just maybe actually be a little bit more expressive. We'll take the shoot on sight off. We'll go a little bit wider, and we'll look to use our wing backs a little bit more. See how we do. Well, first chance for us. First highlight. Westwood. Oh, cleared off the line. Tarkowski. Good header. Unlucky, mate. Well, Tarkowski does manage to get that. He's going to play the ball through to Chris Wood. It's McNeil down the left side. Can we get a late goal in this half? That would be very nice if we could. Good ball in. And Chris Wood just puts it wide. I thought that was going to be a goal. I think it was offside. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. They've obviously had 2 very, very good chances. Let's go into that dressing room. I'm going to make some changes, though. I don't think Dani Alves has done particularly well in that ball-wing midfielder role. So I'm going to bring Brownhill on there. Yep, I'm disappointed. You should be doing better. Let's see what we do in the second half. Hopefully, taking Dani Alves will make a bit of a difference. But Brownhill loses it. That's not great. They're going to have a shot. Phillips. Obviously, he's a very good player. Can we just nick it off them? Pepperloo. Oh, was that a save? I think it was a save. Well done, Johnston. Just put it over the bar. Ooh, who was at the far post? Not the best work from the defenders there. Well, chance here for McNeil. He plays it through. It's Ross Barkley. Come on, Ross. Oh, you could have made your mark there for the Burnley lads. I think we might be starting to think about... It's in. It's Tarkowski. It's a great header. He had one cleared off the line earlier, but not that one. And it is 2-1. So Ross Barkley got the corner, and Tarkowski... Was it Tarkowski? I think it was Tarkowski and Barkley both going for the ball. That's not bad, is it? Oh, it's a free kick right on the edge of the area. Phillips. Oh, good save. Good save, Phillips. I'm thinking of bringing on Sessegnon. A good header away. It looks like Leeds are struggling with the physicality, which I can't say, of this team. So there's a few tired legs out there. I think we're going to take off McNeil and we're going to bring on Ryan Sessegnon. I might bring a left. I might at the end if we are still kind of behind. Oh, lovely header. Tarkowski kind of done on with the forward having a running jump there. Yeah, I might go two up top towards the end. Right, we are going to make a change, and we're going to take off Westwood, and we're going to bring on young Liam Delap. Can he be the difference maker? Wouldn't it be awesome for him to get a goal? He's going to go right up front, advance forward role. It's a throw from Taylor. He lumps it in. It's in. It's in. It's Grady Diangana. Awesome stuff. Our new signing makes it 2-2. What about this? There's another Burnley goal. Goalkeeper just leaves it, and Diangana just falls on his foot. And there we go. We're all level. But Taylor's picked it up now. Loose ball. That's not great. I thought Delap would have get on the end of that. But yeah, we're struggling a little bit. Don't concede another goal. Come on, boys. Push him. Oh, they've gone over the top. It's Daniel James. Oh, what a bit of defensive work from... Who was that? It's Rugani, the new centre-back. James. And we clear it just about. Rugani loses his man there. Another chance here. James plays it in. It's in. It's Calvin Phillips. Bouncing about in there. Not great. Oh, dear me. I should have been a little more thoughtful about that, shouldn't I? We're going to go a little bit more long ball now. Come on. Be gutted to lose this considering we got right back into it. Oh, Johnston. Well, what a game that was. We did lose it in the end. What an absolute cracking game. Yeah, I think a lot of positives all the way across the pitch. We lose to Leeds, who are third in the league, or sixth in the league. So, I mean, they did have a 4.46 XG. Wow. It was most of those were in the chances that they scored. So they actually scored where they should have scored. But my God, that's... but I really thought we actually created some decent chances ourselves. Tarkowski and Diangana getting goals, which was great to see. And we scored that last goal and just sat back, and they kind of went wild after that. So maybe we should have gone more defensive. Anyway, folks, it's been a fun game. I think we cannot deny that. We'll have a little look at where we're going to come back. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this transfer business. Is it absolutely ridiculous transfer work, or should I have done something different? Should I have brought in all those players, or is it justified, do you think? So here we are at the moment. We're 13th in the table. That's not bad at all. We're that was our game in hand. We've gone 11 points ahead of, or we are 11 points ahead of Watford, which is kind of what we're looking at. So they are the top team in the relegation places. We've got a tough old run coming up. I'm hopeful we could maybe take something against Tottenham, but I think that away performance against it, maybe we'll come back for the game against Brentford. That looks a goodie after we just played Brighton, and that will give us probably then we can then have a run to the end of the season depending on what's happening in the Cup. Anyway, folks, if you have enjoyed this, please hit the like button, please subscribe if you are new. I'll see you in the next one.